For the last 3 years, I was a puppet for the YouTube algorithm. I chased every trend, I mastered every viral format, and I got billions of views that were completely worthless, and it absolutely destroyed me. The pressure to just post, no matter what, can stop you from creating things you actually care about. I was emotionally numb, but my entire life was on display. My analytics looked incredible, but behind the scenes, I was completely burned out. So, I decided to quit. Not YouTube, but I'm quitting the YouTube game. For the next 30 days, I'm ignoring every trend and building something that will last forever. This is the story of how I stopped chasing views and started building something real, and how it was the craziest thing I've ever done. It all came crashing down on a Tuesday. I just posted a video that was guaranteed to go viral. It was clever, it was timely, and it took me 12 hours to perfect, and it was exploding. The numbers were climbing so fast I couldn't even refresh the page. 1 million, 5 million, 10 million views. Every single one of those views should have felt amazing, but I felt absolutely nothing. It was just noise. That night, I couldn't sleep. I was staring at the ceiling, thinking about who I was when I started this channel. I started to do something huge, to explore big ideas about living a better life. Now, I was just a professional meme factory. It was insane. My channel about wisdom was being run by someone who had completely lost his way. The burnout wasn't a joke anymore. It was a deafening roar. I was tired all the time and I couldn't think straight. That's when it hit me. I had built my own prison made of view counts and subscriber goals. It was a beautiful prison, but it was still a prison. I was a creator who didn't own his creations. The algorithm did. I knew I had 2 choices: burn out and quit forever, or strategically quit the parts of my job that were destroying me. So that night I made a crazy decision. No more chasing, no more reacting. For the next 30 days, I was going to start a secret legacy project, and I invited my subscribers to do it with me. I called it the Legacy Builder's Path. The goal wasn't to get views. The goal was to see if it was even possible to build something real in a world obsessed with fake stuff. Day 1. I woke up and I was terrified. This was a huge risk. First step, I completely unplugged from the matrix. I deleted TikTok. I deleted Instagram. I deleted everything with an algorithm. My phone was basically a brick. The quiet was insane. It was so hard. My brain was literally screaming for another video to watch. My first video for this challenge was a 15-second YouTube short about a bird that mimicked other birds so much it forgot its own song. It was basically about me. The main video went deeper on the idea of the prison of views, and the first challenge I gave my audience was simple: unfollow 5 accounts that make you feel like garbage. The video got almost nitrogen monoxide views compared to my other stuff, but the comments were insane. People weren't just leaving one-word reactions. They were writing entire paragraphs. The rest of week 1 was about building this new foundation. I posted a new short story every day and brought back old ideas for my channel. I asked my audience to define what legacy even meant to them. Honestly, I was terrified no one would care. Why would they, when I wasn't giving them the fast-paced entertainment they were used to? Then, on day 7, I went live, expecting maybe 10 people to show up. Over 100 people joined the stream. It was unbelievable. And we didn't talk about trends. We talked about being creatively stuck and wanting to make things that actually matter. We were actually having a real conversation, not just watching videos. For the first time in forever, I felt a real connection. We were building something together. Week 2. This is when things got serious. The first week was easy. Week 2, I started freaking out. I felt like I was literally disappearing from YouTube. My brain was screaming at me to check the trending tab, to see what I was missing. The pressure to just post anything that would get big numbers was huge. My main project was a huge new video called The Silent Sage's Empire. The idea was to create something evergreen, something that would get views for years, not whose days. This is how you guys use YouTube, like a search engine to learn stuff. At the same time, I uploaded 3 artistic shorts with nitrogen monoxide talking and nitrogen monoxide trending audio. The first one got 200 views. 200 views. I felt sick. I thought this was a complete failure. Day 15. This was the moment I almost quit the entire challenge. I cheated. I opened YouTube and saw a new trend exploding. Everyone was getting tens of millions of views. My mind was racing. I could make that video in 2 hours. I could get 20 million views. Easy. I can do the legacy stuff later. This was the ultimate test. Was I actually committed to this, or was I just going to give up? But I didn't do it. I closed the browser, took a deep breath, and I went back to work on my video. I had to see this through. That night, to prove it to myself, I recorded the next 7 videos in a row. I was going all in. There was no turning back. Going into week 3, my Silent Sage video went live. It didn't get 1 billion views overnight, but something C-Reds Y happened. The watch time was over 60%. The comments section turned into a message board. People were having massive conversations about books, philosophy, and their own lives. That's when I realized I wasn't just building videos. I was building a community. This is what people actually want, to be part of something bigger. So I leaned in hard for that day's video. The challenge was for me. I did something I've never done before. I personally messaged 10 subscribers who left the best comments just to thank them. Their replies were full of shock and gratitude. It took an hour, but it was the most meaningful hour of the entire week. Then, I posted a short with a poll. What's better, a viral hit or a video that lasts forever? And almost everyone voted for a video that lasts forever. The discussion in the comments was incredible. But the craziest part of week 3 was this. I asked people to send me their own legacy projects, and I got over 50 submissions. We did a live stream to review them, and the chat went wild, supporting every single person. People were starting podcasts, writing books, and learning new skills. I wasn't the star of the show anymore. The community was the star. My views were down, but I was building an army, a tribe. The final week, we had to make this last forever. My biggest project of the week was creating a free guide with every single story and challenge from the past 30 days. We called it the Legacy Builder's Vault, a real tool to help the community keep going. Next, I wanted to see if I could make money without selling out. I made a video about the actual tools that helped me on this journey, my journal, my favorite books, the microphone I was using, and I linked them below. And because it was 100% authentic, people loved it. The video actually made money. But this was the most insane experiment of the entire month. I took the idea of lore breakdowns from gaming and movies and applied it to personal development. I made a video called The Character Arc of Resilience, breaking down ancient Stoic heroes like they were characters in the Marvel universe. It connected ancient wisdom with modern fan culture, and it just clicked. It showed me a brand new future for Day 30 the finale. For the final livestream, it wasn't just me. I brought on 3 subscribers who did the entire challenge with me to join me on screen. We talked for hours about our struggles and what we built. The chat was just an explosion of support. People were connecting with each other, forming their own groups, planning their own 30-day challenges. It was unbelievable. The legacy wasn't my PDF. It wasn't the videos. The legacy was this community. At the end of that final live stream, I looked at the screen, not at the view count, but at the names in the chat. And for the first time, I felt happier than I've ever felt from getting 1 billion views. This was real. I spent 30 days trying to build my own legacy, but instead, we built a community together. I learned that a legacy isn't something you build alone. It's something you build with other people. My motivation isn't views anymore. It's the people in this community. It's you. My channel's views aren't the highest they've ever been, but this channel has never felt more alive. The burnout is completely gone. So, I have a challenge for you. What trend are you chasing that's making you feel empty? And what kind of legacy could you build if you just focused for 30 days? If you want to be a part of this community, subscribe right now. I've linked the Legacy Builders Vault PDF with everything you need for the challenge for free in the description below. Download it, start your own 30-day challenge, and tell me how it's going in the comments. I genuinely want to know what you're building. Because this isn't just my story anymore, it's ours.